the thought of bringing two powerhouses together for a long time, that excites me very much. But when the thought of RRR came, bringing in these two superheroes, I was really excited, and RRR happened. With Ajay sir, long and short is not the issue. It is the respect I have towards him. When we made the story and we have written the character of Ajay sir in the film, when we went into the casting part of it,
It's a ripple effect of RRR. Me getting a call from Shankar sir, or he getting a call from Prashant Neel. He's working with the KGF director. All this because they see an advantage after RRR, and the markets have increased.
But since you've asked the question and he's not giving you the right information, but I will tell you. 2026 will be the release.
I have a spoiler there. I know the opening sequence of Sukumar's and Charan's film.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the team of the biggest Indian film. Yes, we are talking about RRR. Welcome to Pinkvilla, Rajamouli sir, Junior NTR and Ramcharan sir.
Thank you, Himesh.
It's lovely having you here.
Thank you.
So my first question is to Rajamouli sir. So after Bahubali, there might have been many ideas that you must have come across. What made you choose RRR as a follow-up to that?
Yeah, you're right. I considered many storylines, but the way I work is like, I just think about a storyline, I'll see what is interesting in it, but it has to get hooked on to me. I should be thinking about it again and again, and the storyline has to move me towards making that film. So RRR is the storyline because I had the thought of bringing two powerhouses together for a long time. That excites me very much. But when the thought of RRR came, bringing in these two superheroes, I was really excited, and RRR happened.
And sir, describe the both of you as two superheroes. And two hero films, they are always, there's so much conjecture around two hero films. You don't see two big superstars coming together for a film. How did you first react when sir told you that, you both are doing this, he wants the two of you to do this film?
Surprised, super surprised, pleasantly surprised, and
Shocked,
yeah.
happy, excited,
Yeah, every outstanding reaction we had.
proud. Because post RRR, I think we'll be the brand ambassadors of the collaboration of two stars.
He
after a
just
very long
not
time.
Yes.
bought two of us together, but he bought the old
idea of the old tradition
Yes.
having to see
multi-starrer.
two stars and
True. Was there ever a double thought? Because you came back, like you said, it's after a long time that two big heroes are coming together.
Yes, I had this thought, now, I'll have to deal with Rajamouli, no, I'll have to deal with him also.
No, I didn't have any thought because he is going to deal with him and I just have to deal with him. And we are anyway dealing with each other before RRR also.
Yeah.
So, no, I didn't have any thought.
And so, I remember around 2.5 years back when the film was announced, you said that you want to paint the canvas with a fresh brush. And now when we see the visuals, we see what you meant. So could you tell us something about this vision of bringing a new way of picturizing the entire film in a period setup?
The story happens in a pre-independent era, so the period setup comes in.
Yeah.
When you take two real-life characters and make a fictional story out of it, which is itself is a very exciting thought, then you set your own rules and regulations for the film. You set your own tone for that. The challenge is that it has to be believable for the audience, which we have to work very hard to make it believable. But also, the sky is the limit. You can do whatever you want. From childhood, I was told the stories of our historical freedom fighters, right? And as childs, they told me that they are like demigods. If they are walking, the sky would rumble, the earth would quiver, and all that. Then later on, as I grew up, I saw the visuals of British historians, and it paints India in a dusty, poverty-stricken, images, which is not what I heard. That is not what you told me as a child. You told me as a child, you gave me a different picture. So what is in my mind that I'm going to present to the audience.
Correct.
So that is very exciting to me.
And this question is for all three of you. Again, it's something that Rajamouli sir said during Bahubali. Stardom is like a bow, and it is all about the right archer. If the archer is right, it will always hit the bullseye. How do the three of you define heroism? Like, what does heroism mean for the three of you?
For me, a hero should be super strong physically, mentally. He should be able to, bring the sky to the earth or vice versa. He should be so vulnerable that any person can easily connect to him. That contrast of being strong and vulnerability is what makes a hero for me.
For me, a hero is, he should have this approach of normalcy.
Okay.
His strength should not be boasted, should be a very normal person, but when the time is right, he should be ready to pounce and do justice. Very comic book hero.
Yes. That's what we see in your films as well, like so many of your films, be it Janta Garage or even Nanaku Pemuku, all those films.
But see, I mean, like seriously, Avengers,
Yes.
they're all people like us. They're normal people. And when the time is right, they have to bring their abnormalcy out.
Yes. Yeah, actually, that's hero. Yeah. And Ramchandra,
Me,
for
I
you?
think, if you remember the movie Spider-Man,
Yes.
the guy is such a normal guy who lives with grandparents, and then he gets whatever powers, and then he empathizes with what's happening around him in the city. And to have that empathy in you, just to have a listening ear, when you listen to people, and if you can make a difference to their life in any small way or a big way, that is a hero by yourself. You can be a hero in your gully, you can be a hero in your apartment. Just if you have a nice empathetic side to you, you'll be a hero every day.
Actually, a very interesting perspective from all three of you. On
But if you actually put it together,
it's
all
the
the same.
yeah,
It's
same
the
thing.
same.
Yeah. And so you both have such tremendous fan following, and fans tend to go emotional as well multiple times. How do you deal with that? We saw it at the event that happened few days back. The fans went berserk. So how do you deal with that aspect of stardom that comes?
I think, that's what legacy is all about. When we were kids, we knew what our predecessors were. Like his father for him, my grandfather for me, my uncle. We've seen them handle it. And this is not something new which we are handling.
Yeah.
We've seen that. We've seen how they've handled stardom, fandom. We learned from them. And we have a bit of our newness to it, where we maintain that connection with them, we bond with them, and we support them in a lot of ways, where, it's become like a big family. We've become like family members where we discuss, we talk. If there's anything right, it's right. If something's wrong, it's wrong. There's no gray. It's just black or white.
White. Yeah.
So that way, I think we are able to handle it.
Correct. And
They are a family member, like he said, who we don't talk on an everyday basis. We don't meet every day.
Yes.
But it's an unseen love. I mean, you cannot see that love, on an everyday basis, but they are a responsibility. What they shower upon us every time we meet them, it brings a sense of responsibility in us. We have to wake up with a cause. Like, we cannot just wake up and do nothing. There are so many people waiting to see your work, and personally also, there's a decorum that we should be maintaining and not be so careless. So they've always been a great push. They've always, in my lowest time also, I can imagine one of those events and functions and how they adore us. And that was like a booster for me to wake up and say, come on, let's go do something new and to be proud of.
And Rajamouli sir, you have a long association with Ajay sir. He was a part of Makhi as well, and now there is RRR. Could you tell us something about the association that the two of you have, and can we expect a full-fledged film with the two of you?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? See, with Ajay sir, long and short is not the issue. It is the respect I have towards him. When we made the story and we have written the character of Ajay sir in the film, when we went into the casting part of it, we discussed, my direction department, my story department, we discussed like, see, what kind of actor do we need for this role? So we need an actor whose face oozes honesty.
Yeah.
Then I said, write down the names. No? At the top of everyone's list was Ajay Devgan.
Okay.
Some people wrote only Ajay Devgan, some people wrote few names, but the top name was Ajay Devgan.
Okay.
So that's how important for me his character was in my film. So I approached him, I narrated him the story, and he said he liked it. The only thing he asked me was, when do you require my dates? That's the first thing he asked me. So he was immediately on. It was fantastic working with him. Now, when do I make a full-fledged film with him? When I have the character that excites him, that excites me first, and then excites him next. I won't approach him because we have a connection. I will approach him when I have a character.
Correct.
Otherwise, it would be an insult to him.
Correct.
When I go with an right script to him, that is, then I will earn his respect.
Correct.
I would like to keep that respect like that.
And so, just yesterday and today, there was that entire big clutter in Telugu industry, and now it is just RRR which is going to enjoy the Sankranti weekend. What do you have to say about the solo release and the fact that entire industry has actually come together for what we call the biggest film of?
Yeah, it's beautiful, no? So we have the producers guild there. All the working producers came together and formed a guild to discuss the problems that they face and sort out any issues between them if they have. So so they came together. They sat together. See, once the pandemic happened, all of us knew there is going to be a bottleneck. Everyone knew that. So it is just a matter of sitting and discussing. If everyone comes together, everyone gets affected. If we can space out, then everyone can benefit. I think it is primarily the efforts of the guild that made it possible, and I thank all the producers, who maintained a healthy atmosphere in the industry. That is not an easy thing to do, because for every film producer, his film is like the most important thing. Everyone has put money, blood, sweat into it.
True.
But to be sensible enough and make space for everyone.
Correct.
Is the job of the Producers Guild.
And Ramcharan sir, you are working with Rajamouli sir over here. Then you have a beast with Shankar sir. Then there is a film with, there are so many. I think you are also doing a film with Kota. No, that's him. You have a film with Shankar sir and Gautam Tinnuri. So could you tell us something about your lineup and the idea of going pan-India in brief? And there is, of course, a film with Father as well.
Nothing more, nothing less. Whatever you said, that is my lineup. And I'm very fortunate. Of course, all of them, Mr. Shankar also, I always tell my friends, it's because of RRR and Rajamouli sir that he has made us a pan-Indian actors today, and the budgets have become more comfortable for a producer or a director who wants to work with us. And it's a ripple effect of RRR, me getting a call from Shankar sir, or he getting a call from Prashant Neel, he's working with KGF director. All this because they see an advantage after RRR, and the markets have increased. All thanks to him.
And
I disagree with that. Of course, RRR might help in making the decision easier, but the kind of work they put in for all these years, the kind of actors they are, the kind of fandom they have. Now, every director wants to work with them. I know for that a fact, because I am a director and I like to work with them. Of course, RRR might have made their decision easier, but I think it is their career of so many years and wonderful roles that they have played is what got their chances.
Even Sukumar sir has a film for you. I was interacting with him yesterday. He said that he has a film for you. So could you tell us something on a reunion after Rangasthalam?
That's been on the cards while I was working with on Rangasthalam. We liked our association so much. I really enjoyed working with him, and that's why it is the final result was like that. So obviously, I will love to work with him again.
I have a spoiler there. I know the opening sequence of Sukumar's and Charan's film. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal it. Sukumar is going to have a heart attack, but that would be one of the most hard-hitting. Audience will quiver in their seats when they see the opening sequence of Sukumar's and Charan's.
Oh, nice. And last question for NTR sir and Rajamouli sir. NTR sir, you have a massive lineup. You are doing a film with Kotala Shiva after Janta Garage. you have a Prashant Neel film. Could you tell us something? Could you take us through your lineup? Even you are going pan-India like after RRR with the film. So.
Yes, you know, I agree to everything Sharan said about being a
Yeah.
pan-Indian actor now, and everything what Rajmouli also said about how RRR has helped us make
Yeah.
audition, right? And it's a ripple effect. Well, I see films are in there as a lineup. I have Shiva's, I have Prashant's, and many more to come. But I'd like to stick to RRR as of now, and then reserve our conversations about the next
Yeah.
films
Lineups.
Correct.
on when they are ready to be, when they are ready, and when
Yeah.
and we are ready to pounce on the world with them.
Correct. And so, lastly, I can't complete the interview without asking you about your film with Mahesh Babu, which is keenly awaited. And could you tell us something on that as to what can we expect? When can we expect that to?
No, see, I'm kind of person who like to keep all my focus, all my efforts on one film, and only after the film is completely done and finished its run, only then I look into the next film. That's how I've been doing. Of course, we announced a film with Mahesh. Of course, we discussed. I discussed with my father what kind of film we should do. We have few ideas, but I didn't dig deep into it because I don't have time to dig deep into it. It will be an exciting project, definitely. Otherwise, obviously, we will not take it up. And also, I should thank Mahesh. He was the first person to unclutter the summer, the Pongal releases. He was gracious enough to and also think logically and create that healthy atmosphere.
But since you've asked the question and he's not giving you the right information, but I will tell you. 2026 will be the release.
No way.
Because 2022 probably is going to be with discussions. 2023 he'll start. 2024.
Hopefully there's no pandemic
25.
effect.
Hopefully there's no pandemic. 7th, 10th, 9th, 12th wave. 2025 for sure. 25 you'll be sitting again and interviewing him. But with Mahesh.
Yes. And so, were you surprised when Salman announced Bajrangi Bhaijaan on the RRR event?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it
Big
was
surprise.
great, no? And I'm happy that my father is writing it. Yeah, it's great. Everyone loves Bhaijaan. Everyone likes Salman Bhai as Bhaijaan, and Bajrangi adds to his
Persona.
his persona. And forget everyone. I am eagerly looking forward to watch it.
Correct. And last words on RRR before signing off, in terms of what is the USP of the film for each of you?
Three of us.
Each
And
of
our-
us. Each of us.
Each of
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Like all of us. I don't think it is just me. All of us like to see two powerhouses coming together on a bigger, better, hard-hitting emotions. Everyone would like to see that.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while that that kind of thing happened in the industry. Now we have RRR, and there are numerous sequences where that will keep you excited. I can say every 10 minutes there will be an emotional peak,
High.
Emotional high, and there is a beautiful thread that connects all these sequences, and you will get your money's worth of entertainment.
Correct. And
Cut, copy, paste.
cut,
Same
copy,
cut,
paste.
copy,
Perfect. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
guys. It was
Thank you.
lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best for the film.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, this is SS Rajmouli. If you like the video,
Hi, this is NTR. Like.
Hi, this is Ram Charan. If you like it, subscribe it
To Pink Villa.
to Pink
to
Villa.
Pink Villa.